Everybody, and happy Thursday. Today we are starting our planters. We are starting our seeds and the kids over here are filling them up. I found these little things online and they are actually decompostable, so you can just fill them up with soil and then throw them right into your garden, which is pretty cool. So the kids are filling them up with soil.
Yeah. I drank it.
Like so.
Half full? That good?
Yeah, about 3/4 of the way. And then they're going to put them down on our trays.
Just one more.
And once they've filled all those up, we are going to be planting, what are we planting today? We are planting peppers, cucumbers,
Mommy, I'm done.
carrots.
Can I do this one?
Cherry tomatoes, yep. Green leaf lettuce, red Romano tomatoes, and green onions. That's what we're starting today. We have strawberries in the back.
No, you need more.
And then as they are doing that, we will be looking at a book I have from Usborne Books. We love Usborne Books. There's some really neat books that are educational there. But they have this book right here. It all started with a seed. And it's really cool. Let's see if I can turn you guys around. I don't think it turns around, but let's see. So we've got these. It shows the kids how it starts, how it shoots up, the different kinds of seeds. Just a minute, buddy. Bush fruits, regular fruits. So what stems, what's leaf. So it's a really good and educational book. So we will be looking at that as well. Okay, so we're going to look at this page of our book today. We're going to learn about a greenhouse and things that we start as seedlings. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're starting our little seedlings. And we are doing, what plants are we doing as seedlings?
We are going to be doing onions. Are we doing carrots? Cucumbers, squash, tomatoes.
What are we? Tomatoes. That's right. So tomatoes are one of the ones that we're doing. So tomatoes are a sun-loving plant, which means they love the heat and they love the sun. So they are perfect plants to go in our greenhouse. So we're using our sunroom. So do you know what a greenhouse is?
It's a house. It's a house that lets in a lot of light. It has see-through glass. It has the glass that sees through, and it can let in heat.
Right. So if a glass, you can put this here. So if a greenhouse is made up of glass or clear plastic, why do you think it causes a lot of heat?
Because when heat hits it gets hotter.
And it gets hotter inside because it's made up of glass, right?
Yes.
So we've got tomato plants. So this is how little tomato plants start. I'll bring this up closer so you guys can see. So here's our book. So our tomato plants are going to start really little.
That's not what you're doing. You're not doing it.
In them. And then as the plant grows, they are going to be moved into bigger pots. So once these plants grow, what are we going to do with them?
We're going to put them in the garden. We're going to put them in the garden.
We're going to put them into bigger pots. And then as they grow more leaves, that's right, as they grow more and more leaves and they get big and strong, then we're going to plant them into
our garden.
Our garden. And then once they're planted in the garden, what's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to them? What's going to grow on them when they're planted into the garden? Yellow flowers. And once we have the yellow flowers, then what do the bees do? They pollinate. Lizzie, what's pollination mean?
Pollination. When bees go on a flower, they collect pollen.
And then what do they do with that pollen?
Make honey.
But they go from one flower to another, and that's what we call pollination. So once they pollinate the flowers, then the tomatoes begin to grow. Jojo, what color are the tomatoes when they first start growing? Green. The tomatoes start growing as green, and then they turn into what color?
Yellow.
Yellow, and then to what color?
Red.
To red. And so we've got lots of different kinds of tomatoes. We have green zebra tomatoes, orange banana tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, lemon drop tomatoes, and Russian black. So today we are going to plant, what kinds are we planting? We are planting
tomatoes.
These little ones, which are called baby
Tomatoes.
boomer hybrids. So they're just like a little baby tomato. And we're going to be planting the big tomato as well. So let's see, let's put this back. Let's see if you guys can tell me. So what do we put in a greenhouse? What does a greenhouse help do?
It helps plants grow. Yeah.
Why does it help them grow, Jojo?
Because it gives them plenty of heat.
Why does it?
And protects them. Sorry.
Jojo, why does it help them grow?
From heat.
From heat, because it's really hot in the greenhouse. Perfect. So when we plant, Nicholas, when we plant our trees or our tomatoes and we water them, what happens when they start growing? What are we going to do?
We're going to put them into bigger pots.
Into bigger pots. And then, Alex, when we plant them in the ground and they start growing, what are they going to start growing on them?
Green. They're going to vine.
Yeah, but what? Flowers.
Yellow flowers.
Yellow flowers. And then what happens when the yellow flowers grow?
Bees come.
Bees come. So what's that called when bees
Pollination.
Pollination.
Pollination. And then the bees come from one flower to the other. So when the flowers go away, what comes out instead of the flowers?
Honey. No. Pollen.
Tomatoes. Tomatoes start growing. The flowers turn into tomatoes. And then what color are those tomatoes?
Yellow. They'll be green. Yellow.
Green,
yellow, and then red.
Green, yellow, and then they turn to red. And then you can pick them.
And then eat them up.
And that is how we plant our tomatoes.
Mommy, do you really think
for those,
tomatoes
this book
deserve
here,
to be eaten up?
It's called It All Starts with a Seed, How Food Grows. I'm just making some stuffed zucchini, Lebanese style, here. So I'm going to let you guys know how it's made, and then you guys can try it out. So I'm using, I think they're called gray zucchinis. They're a little bit sweeter. They look like this. Superstore has them. They're a little bit sweeter than your typical zucchini. I'm using these gadgets here to empty them out, hollow them out, so you can use kind of whatever you have on hand. I got these from Lebanon, so I am not sure where they might have them here. Tupperware might have one. I got these ones from them. So again, I got them in Lebanon. I don't know if Tupperware Canada's got them, but I am hollowing it out just like so. And then we are going to stuff them with rice, ground beef, and just tomatoes, diced tomatoes. And we will cook them in the pressure cooker and serve them up with yogurt. Here's the stuffing, guys, for the zucchini. So what I've added is 1 large can of these, no salt added, organic diced tomatoes. You can use any diced tomatoes. So that's what's in there. And then I've added about 2 cups of white parboiled rice. You could use any rice you want. I've never tried the brown rice or all grain rice. I've just tried the white. So you guys can experiment with that if you want to. And then for ground beef, I just use the regular lean ground beef and put in about a medium-sized package. And I've got about 16 zucchinis. So again, you could play around with how much. I've then added salt, allspice, and magic mix, which is a spice mix that my dad mixes up at their store, The Worldly Gourmet in Ladysmith. So once you get your zucchinis, boys, can you close the door? You're going to take the stuffing. It's easiest done. The kids are losing it. It's easiest done by hand, and you're just going to push it all in there like so. So I'm just stuffing the zucchini. You can stuff it to the top, leave a little bit of room at the top because the rice will expand. Like so. I do save the tops just to put them in like that. And then you put it in your pot. Again, I will be using a pressure cooker. When I put it in the pressure cooker, I will put them all in. I'll put a can of crushed tomato in there, fill the rest with water, and put about 3 to 5 tablespoons of margarine. And then I will close it up and I will let it cook for about 40 minutes. I imagine you can use the Instapot. I've never tried it with an Instapot. If you do not have either and you are boiling it in a pot, it does work. You will just need to boil it for a longer amount of time. So you're probably looking at the hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes. You want to make sure that your meat and your rice are cooked. So I will show you what it looks like when it's all ready and cooked. And this is what it looks like when it is done. Let's try and... There we go. We like to eat it with plain yogurt, but you could eat it just like that, and you can add some salt and pepper to taste. So enjoy. Where's Sammy? Where's Sammy? Where's Sammy? Where's Sammy? There he is. Where's Sammy?